Okay, so I'm here with Keith Stewart. Is Keith your title with WWF Canada?
I'm the Director of the Climate Change Program with WWF Canada.
Okay, and you're launching a new website today. So tell me what this is about.
So the Living Planet City website is about trying to paint a picture of what the world looks like once we've gone beyond fossil fuels, when we don't have things like coal or oil from the tar sands. How would the city work? Where would we get our power from? How would we get around? These are all technologies which exist and are being used somewhere today. They haven't all been brought together, but the idea is, how would they all fit together? How would wind, solar, hydro, geothermal fit with electric cars, electric light rail transit, biking, all those types of things? Because a lot of times we don't really have if we don't have a picture of the future we want, it's going to be pretty hard to get that future. And so what we're trying to do is, rather than issue a brand new series of dry technical reports, which have lots of information in them but frankly aren't very engaging, it's here's what people can go say, oh, I like this vision of the city, or I think it should be like this, or have you thought about that? So there's a comment function so people can give us feedback. You know, what do they have in their city that they don't see on this site that they think should be there?
You've tried that before. I've been to press conferences where you've come up with report after report on these things. You make them available online. How do you expect this to work differently with people who want to learn more about this?
Well, you know, you've covered me releasing many a dry report, and usually sort of the report, there might be a story on it, but then it kind of fades. The idea of this is something people can engage with. It's, you know, a little bit like an eco version of SimCity. What kind of future do you want to build? It's also something, rather than doing a big press conference, we're actually doing outreach to bloggers about this and twittering about it and trying to use those new social networks and new social methods of communication. It's getting people to put up on their Facebook page, which people don't typically do when environmental groups release reports. But this might be something which we're hoping will catch people's attention, and it's got lots of information in it, and you can basically dig down for as much detail as you want.
Now, you're using a bit of a game interface. You said it's like Eco Sim City. Why go with that sort of game feel?
I mean, the gaming industry has figured out, you know, great ways to communicate large amounts of information to people. And so part of what we did is we were looking at, okay, how do people get their information today? What do they find the easiest way to use? And let's try and talk to them in that language. Because obviously, you know, it's a great way of communicating. It used to be, you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, now you can have a picture, and each part of that picture can have 1,000 words behind it, because people just have to click their way through, and the more interested they are, the more information they can get.
But you write your reports and you give them out of Queen's Park, and that works with the lobbying and trying to build the political will. Is a politician going to sit down and click his way to the eco donut shop or whatever you have on there?
Well, we're hoping George Smitherman will click his way through to the. I mean, I'm particularly proud of the brewery that's running off of renewable energy and, you know, helping power the hockey rink, which also has a wind turbine and a combined heat and power plant. But yeah, if we can't get the public excited about this kind of a vision for the future, the politicians are never going to be excited about it. So without the public on side and saying, yes, this is the future I want, we're not going to get the politicians to bring in the policies which we have all those reports about.